What's going on, YouTube fam? In today's video, we're gonna be talking about studio desks. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's good to see you again. Coach here. Today's edition of Tech Talk is gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be a little more candid. This isn't something that I necessarily have in my possession, but it's something that came across my desk in my emails. And because I like to stay up on tech so much, I thought I'd share it with you guys, the viewing audience, and let you know what is on the come up. Today's edition of Tech Talk is the Wishlist edition. Just two simple rules here. We educate and we entertain, and hopefully that empowers artists. That is our whole goal, to empower artists. We're gonna be talking about the studio desk by Output. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with Output, but Output is a relatively new company on the VST, not just VST, on the third-party plugin scene. And they've kind of just been doing these wild, new, innovative things with their UIs and their sounds, how they layer sounds together, and how you're able to manipulate them in a way that you weren't able to before. If you have not checked them out, I will put a link down in the description below where you can go check out their YouTube channel and or their website. They have amazing stuff. I myself have some of their stuff, and I'm just blown away. Every time I mess with it, it's like something I've never seen before. So very cool, very innovative. But we're not talking about their plugins today. Today, we're talking about their new studio desk they put out. So Output Sounds has now expanded their line, not just plugins, but now they've expanded their line into a new studio desk. And if you ask me, it looks gorgeous. So this is the new Output Studio Desk called the Platform by Output Sounds. A studio space is a very important space. It's where your creativity happens. It's where you can make the beat you've never made before, where you can compose the trailer music or production music that you've never done before, where you can experiment outside of the box, and where you can stay in your comfort zone and be as efficient and bang out the hits like you do, like I know you do. So, that being said, let's take a look at it. Now, there are many studio desks out already, and we see that just by going into Google and just typing, studio desk. Price range is $500, $1,000, $2,000, and they keep on rising depending on how customized you want them, right? So here, when you go to output.com and you go to products, their platform desk, you see just right at the top a beautiful design, very modern design. Something that I don't see necessarily in this top picture is a keyboard drawer. Now, you can order it with a keyboard drawer. So just because you see this in the picture as is, they're just trying to show you the bare bones. Do not be deceived. You can order it with a keyboard drawer. But also, you can see from this angle, if you look at the very top shelf and at the back of the main tabletop, you see that there's cutouts directly above each other for wire channeling and having good cable management. Something that I am notoriously terrible at is my cable management. I'm constantly plugging things in and out. There's wires running all over. But those of you guys that are very meticulous about it, and I know some of you guys out there are very, well, we're not gonna use that word, but you're high strung about it. You can have great cable management in this system. There are cutouts in the back, and also there are two cutouts in the very, very front. Right here, you'll see two smaller cutouts for maybe a keyboard wire or a MIDI control wire or a charging cable. Also cutouts to have good cable management and be able to keep your table nice and clean. Now, they have put out on their YouTube channel 3 videos back to back. Why did we build a desk? Pretty much their argument is there's form that exists out there, which has a beautiful look, and then there's function, which doesn't have a beautiful look, but yet it has everything that you need, right? But there's usually not things that do both. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to build, well, you musicians will know it as harmony. Something that just looks great, but also has all the functions that we need. They've put out a series of videos, which you can see why they built the desk, and then they have an assembly desk. This way, if you get it mailed directly to you or delivered directly to you, you can actually see how to assemble it aside from the instruction manual. Genius, way to go, Output. And another promotional video that they made a desk. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick look at that 1-minute promo, just so we can get a little taste of what they're throwing at us. Okay, so that was their 1-minute promo. What'd you think? Kind of awesome, right? It's got a beautiful look. Okay, so here are some of the features. It has an awesome keyboard tray, right? The full length where you can fit an 88-note keyboard. So that's a full-length keyboard for those of you guys that are keyboard players. That's not something that you see on every single desk. Aside from that, they also have a cutout. I don't know if you can see right here in the middle. There is a cutout for the keyboard tray. Right? What they're trying to do is they're trying to keep it as acoustically compliant as possible. We want sound to just pass through as much as possible. We don't want any closed up squares. We don't want any gaps where sound can get caught and you can get standing waves or any kind of that will make mixing or producing more difficult in the end. They're trying to make it acoustically beneficial as possible. Aside from that, it comes in 2 different wood finishes and you have rack space. Included with rack ears that can hold up to 9 units of gear. So you can hold up to 9 units of rack gear in the platform desk. And they also made it big enough for if you are a 500 series junkie, kind of like I am. If I owned any, I don't own any. I would love to own some, but you can fit 500 series in there just as well. Beautiful cable management with cutouts. And like I said, what they're really going for is the harmony between form and function. And we're just gonna keep this short and sweet. So here you go. They have 2 different colors. One is Kodiak brown, and the other is a natural color. And you can see all the different sides. I think I'm kind of partial to the Kodiak brown. Boom. I'm really, really liking that look. So, look at the price there. I would say that's kind of on the higher side, but here is one great thing. Granted, we do know that whenever you invest in your studio desk, you're investing in a studio desk. No one gets this equipment without knowing that there is an upfront cost to getting into the music industry, right? We know there are upfront costs, and you are investing in your own product, you are investing into your passion, or you're investing into your profession. Either which way, there are startup costs to any business. Some people might consider this on the higher end of their budget. Some people might consider this on the lower end of their budget. But it does start at $7.99 with the keyboard tray. You can also get it without the keyboard tray, and then it drops down to $6.49. And you have your choice of Kodiak brown or natural color. Now, on the Output blog, and I will put the link down also in the show notes below, Output does something really cool. What they do is they've given a couple different options on what typically people do, and they do let you know, there are a lot of DIYs out there, there are a lot of IKEA hacks. They know, and we are all well aware, that you do not need a studio desk to produce music, to mix music, just to be in the music industry. You do not. This is something that we desire as professionals, as hobbyists, as passionate artists. But if you are in the market for a studio desk, there are many ways to go about it. Some people go thrift shopping and do a lot of DIYs. One of the great things that they've done, they've acknowledged this, and if you go onto their blog, I'll put their link right down below, they give you a couple options. They say, listen, this is what we got going. Starting at $5.49, you can have the Output platform desk. But we are very aware you can get things a lot cheaper. So here are some other ideas. And some of the other ideas are they put in, here's an IKEA table that you can have for $100 and it increases as price. Here's a Target, the Threshold writing desk, and they've given you quite a few different options and different price ranges. I thought that was very cool of them, showing us, yes, this is what we can do, but we know it's not for everyone. And just in case it is not for you, here are some other ideas. And you know, you really just can't beat that. So my final thoughts. The Output Platform Studio Desk definitely goes on my wish list. I definitely would recommend it to you guys as well if you are in the market for a studio desk that has both form and function and can fit into your budget. If you like this video and other videos like it, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. And until next time, this is Coach, out.